Let's start it out. Y'all look at the status. Oh my God. What's going on, Jesus Come? Now, how y'all doing? We're looking at the status for this Macron lawsuit. Let me make myself small. They full of crap. Candace, you and your attorney y'all are full of shit. They're full of shit. And yes, y'all have to excuse my profanity right now. What's going on? Y'all let's help make that goal of $25 per live. Please do. Because we're trying to get a desk. Hold up. The Candies were honestly calling her out. Please don't tease me. I heard they were calling her out in the chat. There was a watermark or something on his video. I heard it was. Yep, we're trying to get a desk. So let's help hit that $25 goal. It just started. Oh, you didn't miss anything. We got to look at the status of this case here. So let's go up so everybody can say, how do we know that's hers? Because facts and evidence. So the case number is N as in Nancy, 25C as in Candace, -07-194, Emmanuel Macron versus Candace Owens et al. We're looking at the docket here. You guys can see the parties and their information, the attorneys, the sheriffs, all those good things. Let's get down here to the most recent updates. Because I told you all I'm staying on top of it. Candace, no one is playing with you, girl. So the last activity that was entered here was a notice back on October 14th that was docketed on the 22nd regarding this amicus brief that was received on October 14th from a non-party and rejected by the court. So now we have a new entry, a proposed order from Chad Chandler. Chad Chandler is, okay, this is the second attorney for Candace Owens. So this is Candace's attorney, Chad Chandler. Proposed order submitted, date docketed October 28, 2025. Text of proposed order requesting extension of 3,000 additional words for defendant's opening brief in support of their motion to dismiss plaintiff's first amended complaint accepted. Candace, why do you keep filing these motions to dismiss if you don't want the case to be dismissed? Why not just file a simple response? Why go for a motion to dismiss if you don't want it dismissed? Just do a simple response. It's so ridiculous. This is why I keep y'all now. Y'all see why I don't take Candace Owens. Like, her rhetoric and stuff is getting dangerous, but when she's sitting here lying to her own people, I don't want the case dismissed. And, I want to get to the discovery phase. How the hell does this get you to the discovery phase? She who doesn't know how the court works. How does this get you to the discovery phase if you're going to sit here and file another motion to dismiss the amended complaint? And you keep prolonging the deadline by asking for extensions. It's an amended complaint. You don't have to respond to the entire complaint all over again, just the part that was amended. So now they're seeking an extension again of 3,000 additional words to be put in the opening brief. So the way the pleading is set up, you have like a cover letter, the motion itself, table of contents. Then you have the brief to support the motion. The brief is kind of like that legal argument. You get to put in why you believe it should be dismissed, the legal precedents with case law, and what the court should also consider based on the finding of fact, law, and evidence. And they're going from this stance of, this court doesn't have jurisdiction. But they're not saying that she has an LLC registered there. Like, they're leaving that out because you can't make this up. So now they're asking for additional time to add in 3,000 more words in their brief to support the motion. for them to still say the same thing for no damn reason at all. They were supposed to be completed with their motion to dismiss or whatever response they were going to give by October 30th. Y'all see this up here? Amended complaint, proposed order governing deadline to respond to amended complaint, October 30th. Y'all see that here? So the defense was supposed to have whatever response, whether you just do a normal response or you're actually doing the motion to dismiss, which is baffling to me because she doesn't want the case dismissed. You don't even seek that type of, motion if you don't want it dismissed. You just respond. But she wants to file a motion to dismiss and lie to everyone else about it because she knows she's going to lose like hell. And then trying this weak ass pathetic route, talking about jurisdiction and all this other stuff, when she has filed a lawsuit in the state of Delaware Superior Court herself that she lost. Candace, you lost that case. You lost it. You lost. So many L's you've taken when it comes to matters of the law. I'm here to point it out. This was supposed to be done by October 30th, in 2 days. By Thursday, Candace. And then y'all turn around and wait till the midnight hour and file an extension with a proposed order requesting an extension of 3,000 additional words. You can't make this stuff up. So why are you prolonging it, Candace? Why prolong it? If you really want this case to proceed, why prolong it? Y'all see how this makes no sense? She's not moving like she's making boss moves here. She's not making decisions because her attorneys are representing her and what she wants. And she's the type of person, if she doesn't get what she wants, she would just fire her attorneys and get new attorneys. But she's not doing that. Now, we all know she's not a lawyer or an attorney. She didn't go to anybody's law school. But someone like her who can't even take regular advice on, many things, you would think if she really did not want this dismissal, that she would tell her attorneys, do not file this motion or else I will fire your ass and go hire another attorney that will simply file a response. We can respond to the court through a general response. It doesn't have to be with a motion to dismiss. But nope. She wants this motion to dismiss. The attorneys represent you. And while they represent your best interest, if she really did not want to go down that path, then her attorneys would not be filing this and asking for an extension every time they do it. This is crazy. How many extensions do they need? What have they been doing this entire time? You can't make this stuff up. Candace was out for a whole week. Her attorneys couldn't get a response together. And then there's another letter for judicial review. All right. So this was also docketed today, October 28th. So both of these entries were docketed today. Letter for judicial review, date docketed October 28th. Letter to the Honorable Sheldon R. Rennie from Chad M. Chandler, dated October 24th, 25, requesting extension of 3,000 additional words for defendants' opening brief in support of their motion to dismiss the plaintiff's first amended complaint with an exhibit to the letter to the judge from her attorney, along with the actual request itself. So, how long do they need to add in 3,000 more words? Candace, you're prolonging this case. You're being a coward about this. You're not even talking about this stuff on your show. You're prolonging this case on purpose. And you're seeking a dismissal, which is something you said you don't want to happen. So why file this? I told you all they're trying to prolong this. Didn't I tell you all that? I said they're trying to prolong this. Candace does not want to face the truth. She is trying to prolong this. She knows she has lied on someone being born a man with no scientific evidence. She flat out lied. And all that she's doing is either prolonging the case, asking for extensions, and seeking dismissal. Now, I'm not saying she doesn't have the legal right to file it. I'm just saying that she was lying to you all the candy asses out there that believe every word she says. She lied to you people on Tucker Carlson's show when she said she does not want the case dismissed. Because this is not the actions of someone who doesn't want a case to be dismissed and they're talking about fighting it. And then yet again says dumb shit like, oh, I'm fighting on behalf of the world. No, you're not. This is not fighting, Candace. There's no fight in this. This is stupid. You need how long to put in 3,000 more words in your brief? And I'm asking your attorneys here because you wouldn't know that. How much more time do you all need? You have until October 30th. You couldn't get the actual dismissal, the brief done in time by then. And now you wait until 2 days before it's due to the court to seek an extension. They are delaying the matter. And it's annoying. And the Macrons attorneys need to object to that and say they are intentionally delaying this case. We need to get on to have the hearing on the motion so that the courts can decide how we proceed moving forward. Because this heifer said she didn't want it dismissed. She wanted to get to the discovery. Why are we doing all of this? They need to object. I get the first time they requested for an extension on the original petition because it's over 200 pages. But the amended complaint, all you do is respond to what's amended. They had 25 good days to do it and even agreed that it would be done by October 30th. And now all of a sudden, they want to seek a dismissal 2 days before it's due. You can't make this stuff up. Candace, stop playing with the court. They're going to get sick of your ass before you even step foot in the courtroom. Stop playing with the courts. Courts are not for play. You and your attorneys need to get it together. I think personally the judge should deny this because he made it clear this is to be the deadline here. Y'all need to adhere to this. It's October 30th. Now y'all asking for more time 2 days before it's due. Get out of here. You can't make this stuff up. For 3,000 more words. It took you all this time to say, oh, we need more time to add in 3,000 words. I can't make this up. That's what it says here. 3,000 additional words. Literally. Because we bring facts and evidence here in the Lady Luck Club. Candace, I don't have to make stuff up. I just read. I told you I was staying on top of this case. You can't make this up. This has got to be a joke. I would be personally insulted if I were the judge and I have to sit here and read this stupid ass proposed order where you're asking me for more time yet again, 2 days before the due date. What the hell y'all been doing this whole time? That's laziness. Move on with this case, Candace. You said you wanted to get to the discovery phase. Why are you stopping that from happening here? All right, y'all, that's the case update. They're playing games. Because you can't make this stuff up. All right, let's get to it. Thank you all for tuning in. I know it's late, but we about to have some fun, y'all. They out here playing games with the court. You know, it's crazy. So let's get to what Frank and my sin is right. Frank Direct? What's his name? This is Charlie Kirk's mentor. He clapped back, and he clapped back epically based on the title. I'm just trying to see his name. I don't want to. I see all you guys in here. Thank you all so much. Can the judge reject her request to dismiss? Yes, he could. The thing is, with these types of court matters here, what this motion to dismiss is going to do is trigger a hearing. Okay? Since they're not doing a traditional response, they're actually requesting of the court to move to have the case dismissed. But that comes with a hearing where both sides get to present legal argument as to why the motion should be granted or denied. And then once they get the hearing in, that's why I said they need to stop asking for extensions if they know they're going to get a hearing on the motion either way. They can explain whatever it is they need to explain in the motion. and present verbal legal argument in the motion in the hearing. They're asking for time to put 3,000 more words on paper. Just say what you need to say in your legal argument in the actual hearing. That's still going to be recorded either way. It's going to become public court record. But no, they want to prolong it. It's nothing but a ploy to prolong everything. It's just, it's exhausting here. This is what takes so long for cases like this to move through the courts, because you get the defense that's always trying to find a way to either have it dismissed or delayed, and then get mad when it's denied. So after the hearing, then the judge takes into consideration, based on the finding of fact, law, and evidence, whether or not the case should be dismissed. So that would be the point after the hearing where they will determine, the judge will determine where the case can be dismissed. Now, what the judge could do is not have a hearing and just do, you know, um, a review of the motions with their exhibits and documents, and kind of like a judgment, a summary judgment, a written judgment, where they don't have to have a actual hearing, but the judge just looks at the complaint, the uh, defendant's motion to dismiss all their exhibits, and go from there to determine whether it should be denied or granted. But more than likely, the Macrons attorney is going to want a hearing on that, because they have a huge complaint and there are a lot of exhibits. And of course, this involves, foreign leader and his wife. They're going to want a hearing. Um, but I hope it's denied. I hope the motion to dismiss is denied so that it can move forward through the legal process like Candace wants it to. Why go back and lie on that, Candace? You're a hypocrite, girl. Why lie about it? So hopefully the judge denies it, and that way the Macrons can, get some level of justice in this. And